Hello everyone, I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government Westside College, Baramasagara. So we are discussing the subject Financial Markets and Services in that Module 5 Non-Banking Financial Companies. The topic of this presentation is Functions of Merchant Banks. Now let us recap what we have discussed in our previous video. In our previous video, we have discussed about the meaning of merchant banking and the features of merchant bankers, and as well as the difference between commercial banks and as well as the merchant banks, and the qualities of merchant bankers. In this video, we will discuss about the functions of merchant bankers. The first important function of merchant banker is corporate counseling. The term corporate counseling covers the entire field of merchant banking activities. The scope of corporate counseling is limited for giving suggestions and opinions regarding the problems of their clients, and they are going to help their clients in solving their problems by forming a corporate strategies. And for forming a corporate strategy is with the objective of better performance and maintaining a steady growth, and to create a better image among the public and as well as their investors. The second function is project counseling. The project counseling is quite specific than the corporate counseling. Here, under project counseling, the merchant bankers help their clients in preparation of project reports and deciding upon the various financial patterns to finance cost of the project, and also appraising the project proposals, and dealing with the other financial institutions, etc. These are all the work which are done under the project counseling. And project report is very much essential for taking loans from the various financial institutions, and also to get the government approval. And then third one is loan syndication. Loan syndication refers to the assistance rendered by the merchant banker uh, to get mainly the term loans for the projects. And loan syndication refers uh, that is forming a group of the loan providers when the loan amount is very large. Next function of the merchant bankers is issue management. This is the primary function of a merchant banker, the managing of new issues by the companies. In the case of issue management, this is going to involve the two phases of the functions. The first phase is pre-issue management, where the companies the pre-issue management is divided into the two categories. The first one is a public issue through prospectus. This is the most common method of raising funds from the by the companies. In this particular the technique, the role of merchant banker is preparation of the prospectus. So, in consultation with the merchant banker, the company is going to prepare a prospectus, and it will that prospect the same prospectus will be submitted for the approval by the SEBI. The whole process of prospectus preparation and seeking approval from the SEBI, and proceeding for the new issue, everything will be managed by the merchant banker. The second step is the marketing. So after the dispatch of means after the getting approval from the SEBI and the dispatch of prospectus to the various the stakeholders, then the merchant banker is going to appoint the various other the players, such as the advertising agents, and as well as the company they are going to call the meeting of the company representatives and appointed advertisement agents and other people for finalizing the issue date, and as well as the launching the public campaign, and the fixing the meeting for board of directors, and how this particular prospectus has to be publicized among the various group of investors. So thus they are going to help in the marketing of a new issue. Then the third one is the pricing of new issue. The company, along with the consultation of the merchant banker, is going to price the new issue on the different various methods which are adopted by the company. Then the Then next stage is post-issue management. The post-issue management consists of collection of application forms, collection of statement of amount received by the banker, screening of applications, deciding of allotment procedure, and making allotments, and as well as mailing the allotment letters, and collection of the call money, issuing of share certificate, issuing of refund orders, etc. These are all the various the works involved in the post issue, and these issues will be managed by the merchant banker along with the help of registrar of companies. The next function of merchant banking is underwriting of a public issue. Underwriting is a guarantee given by an underwriter in the event of under subscription of a new issue. Then the amount of underwritten should be subscribed by an underwriter, and this underwriting function will also be done by the merchant bankers. Then the next function is managers, consultant and advisor to the issue. The merchant bankers are assist in appointment of the various other players in the uh, new issue process, that is the managers of the issue, the consultants and advisors are appointed in consultation with the merchant bankers. The next one is portfolio management. Portfolio management refers to the maintaining of proper combination of various securities in the manner that they should earn a maximum return with minimum risk. This is called as an portfolio management, and the merchant bankers provide portfolio management services to their clients. The merchant bankers will analyze the market, and they will conduct research and development activities, and thus they help their clients in preparation of a portfolio with a maximum return and as well as minimum risk. Then the next function, advisory services relating to mergers and as well as the takeovers. During the event of mergers and as well as the takeovers, these merchant bankers will act as a middleman, and they are going to help in setting negotiation between the offerer and as well as offeree. And being a professional experts, they are apt to safeguard the interest of the shareholders in the both the companies. This is an work done by the merchant bankers. Then the next function is offshore financing. Here offshore financing refers to the financing in foreign currency and as well as foreign countries. They are going to grant away some of the long term foreign currency loans, and also they are going to provide guarantee for the payments which have to be made in the foreign countries, and they are going to help in setting up of foreign joint ventures and also the foreign collaboration agreements. This is an work done by the merchant banker. Then the last function of merchant banker is non-resident investment. The services of merchant banker include the investment advisory services to the NRIs, that is non-resident Indians, in terms of identification of investment opportunity or selection of securities or for the investment management. So thus they are going to help the even NRIs for the making investment in domestic market. These are all the various functions performed by the merchant bankers. So thus we are going at the end of the session, and we will summarize the whole session. The merchant bankers provides some of the multi-phased services relating to the stock markets, such as the corporate counseling, project counseling, loan syndication, issue management, that is pre-issue management, and as well as the post-issue management, underwriting, non-resident investments, etc. These are all the various the functions which are performed by the merchant bankers. You can refer these books for your further readings. Khan M.Y. Indian Financial System Theory and Practice, Tata McGrail Publications. E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Financial Markets and Services, Himalaya Publication House. Raman B.S. Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Book House Publications. Okay. I thank everyone for watching this video. Kindly like this video and as well as comment with your suggestions and as well as the queries. Thank you everyone for watching this video.